Well, I've been in the stand about 15 minutes. I didn't want to say anything early because I thought I heard something right over here. Nothing ever became of it. So I hunted this morning over to the other food plot. Saw one buck chasing a doe. Saw another little buck that came into my grunt call. And then it started raining. It wasn't supposed to rain today. It's not in the forecast. 1% was the most you could find. So it started pouring rain. And I got up, and turned around and was digging something out of my bag to cover this camera with. And just as I turned around, we saw each other at the same time. There was a doe coming into the food plot on the other side. She was in my tracks where I walked in there. Well, she saw me moving up there in the tree, and she wasn't having no part of it, so she turned around and left. So a few minutes later, this little spike buck that had come to my grunt call earlier, he came back in there, and he hit it right over there where she was at. Again, right in my tracks, right where I scuffed my feet when I walk into the food plot. That's in another video. I'll try to remember to link it to this one, if this one makes it. You won't be seeing this unless something happened in here. So here comes the turkey gang. They've already spotted me. Sometimes they'll tolerate me and sometimes they won't. I guess today they won't. I don't care so much about what the turkeys think. So anyway, feeder's gonna go off in 3 or 4 minutes, I hope. I went over and tickled it a little bit, so hopefully it goes off. Maybe some will come in here. It'll be the first time this year. This used to be one of my best stands right here. And the deer are still coming in here. My game camera shows them to me. They were probably in here at 2 o'clock. They've probably already come through. They've been here since that feeder went off this morning. I guarantee it, because all the corn's been cleaned up. So I probably should just sit here and keep talking, because it seems like every time lately that I'm talking to the camera, a deer comes in. Maybe they're just looking to be part of the conversation. So anyway, keep watching. We're gonna sit here till dark. I'll be having to put my jacket on here shortly. It's in the mid-60s. And the sun's starting to get down there below the trees. It's going to start falling quick. It's supposed to get down in the 40s tonight. So tomorrow morning ought to be a good hunt. I think we're going to play some games in the morning. I might come in here early in the morning on the way to the other stand. I might drag a rag in the morning. Little Tinks number 69. And just see if anything picks up the trail. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But when it works, it sure can be a lot of fun. Sometimes it really gets them messed up. So we'll see. Y'all keep watching. Let's see what happens this evening.
There was a pilgrim, he was lonely as a brook. He had the idea to build the moon. He started with an onion, and then he let it dry. Then he rang it like a bell, and it made him cry. Then he covered it up with dust and dirt, and he made it hollow so it wouldn't hurt. Then he cut the ropes and it came unwound. Then he raised it up off the ground. Now the moon is hanging in the sky, shaking the ocean and moving the tide. And if his calculation was not true, then we might not be lonely looking at the moon. Somebody once said the astronauts who built the moon, but they would not talk about the pilgrim in his lonely shell, looking down on the earth all by himself. But they was really worried about his lonely bones. Said, can we send a mission to bring him home? But by the time that the Apollo it touched down, he was hiding in a hole underground. Now the moon is hanging in the sky, shaking the ocean and moving the tide. And if his calculation was not true, then we might not be lonely looking at the moon.
Well, that happened quick. I saw that doe over there early, a few minutes ago, heading that way. I knew there was a good chance she'd come up that little road and pop in here. I think I hit her pretty good. I think I got that opposite shoulder and she broke my arrow. So I'm gonna have to give her just a few minutes. I will go ahead and start breaking down. By the time I can get everything packed in and ease over there and see what I got. It'll be a good 10 or 15 minutes, so I think I hit her real good. It sounded like it. But my arrow's laying down there. So I want to get down there on the ground while I still got a little bit of daylight. See what we got. Yeah, she definitely broke my arrow. Got lots of blood. There she is. Great day. It's a good doe right there. Yep, that's a good one right there. Well, folks, that's a big old fat doe right there. Nice big fat doe. I hit her right there, and what happened is the arrow went through and hit that other leg bone and she broke it. So I didn't get a lot of a blood trail, but she didn't go far. She went 25 yards, another 25 yards in there. It's about 50 yards she went. So, once again, I thank the good Lord for blessing me with another deer, for a place to hunt, and for my friend Russell Bomer and his family who provided me a place to hunt. I thank you all. So I'm not going to waste any time. We've got a little bit of daylight. I'm going to go out here and get my truck and pull in here and get her loaded up. Okay, folks, well, there you have it. There's another big old fat doe in the cooler. She was a nice one too. That doe I've seen multiple times so far this year, and she's always just right by herself. She was barren. She didn't have any signs of ever having milk. That's just my opinion. I could almost assure you she didn't have a fawn this year. She didn't have milk recently, that's for sure. But anyway, I had seen the doe out there in front of me there across the clearing, and the way she would move, the direction she was moving, I kind of felt like she might get on that little road bed that comes around that stand of maples in front of me there, in front of that stand, and come around and come out right where she did. She came in there and she looked around, she checked things out. She didn't waste much time getting over there headed to that corn. And so I had a tough time making the draw on her. I guess I wasn't in good position or something, but I did it. I was scared I was gonna make some noise, but she never picked up on me. So I was aiming right for that joint, right above that joint right there, and she dropped just a little bit into that shot, and it went into her scapula right there in the top of her shoulder and made about a 3-inch cut. Just it devastated everything inside her. It went through that other shoulder and came out, and just devastated it too. Both of the shoulders were just really ragged. I mean, tore up, because you could still see the arrow hanging in her as she spun around and ran the first couple of steps, and both halves fell out. So I knew I had hit that opposite shoulder, which that's not a bad thing. The only bad part of it was that I didn't have much of a blood trail to follow, but I walked right up in there and walked right to her. When you hunt a place as long as I've been hunting that one, you about know where they're gonna go. Especially, I've killed a bunch of deer out of that food plot, and 90% of them go exactly where she went. That's how they get out of there. No matter which way they came in, they leave. They take that same block of woods. I guess it's just the closest cover for them, and they head for it. They're familiar with all of it. They live there. So I just walked right straight in there to her. As soon as I got inside that stand of trees and got up in there and looked around, I seen her white belly laying up there. So she didn't go a total of 55 yards total. She was dead in a matter of seconds, and that's just the way I like for it to happen. But so anyway, I saw several other deer, a couple other bucks out there. I saw one working a scrape. I couldn't get the camera on him. I was seeing him through some trees, and he was out probably 150 yards. I couldn't get him on camera, and I saw a bigger buck go by, grunted at him, and he got his attention, but he wouldn't come my way. He just kept on going the way he was going. And then a few minutes later, this doe came in there. So I've seen deer all day. This morning I hunted the other food plot, had a buck chasing a doe, tried to grunt him in and couldn't, and another buck came to me, a little spiked cow horn I call him, and he came in a couple of times actually, and that same doe came in there by herself again, but she caught me moving in the tree. We saw each other about the same time, and she left out of there. But anyway, she won't be roaming around by herself no more because she's in that cooler over there. So anyway, I hope I got some good footage for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to keep bringing them to you. I will continue. I don't know if I'll hunt in the morning or not. Got one in the cooler I may sleep in. It's going to be in the 40s in the morning though. It's going to be prime time, so I'll have to think about that. It's the time to be in the woods right now. It's pre-rut. It's my favorite time to be in the woods anyway, because they're just everywhere. There's a lot going on generally all day long. So if I don't go in the morning, I'll definitely go Wednesday morning. Today's Monday, and I'm off this whole week just to hunt. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I appreciate all my subscribers. And if you got anything out of it, if it's not too much trouble, please hit that like button down there, that thumbs up. It really helps me with YouTube. And so until you see me in the next one, there you go.